Some cars are more than just vehicles, either due to sheer popularity, engineering genius, or a cult-like following. These cars surpass their peers to become legends. The Dodge Charger is one such vehicle. But what happens when legends die? That's currently the question on the lips of millions of Charger fans who are currently coming to grips with the fact that their beloved muscle car has been officially discontinued. From the days of Bullitt and the Duke Boys to the Fast and the Furious films, the Charger has been one of the most important vehicles in American history. In this video, we'll cover its beginnings, resurgence, and untimely end. This is the real story of the Dodge Charger. To many, the Dodge Charger is a symbol of raw American power and an emblem of automotive freedom. For this reason, its story is not just one of metal and engines, but of heart, passion, and an unyielding drive towards greatness. Still, it now seems that this story is, unceremoniously, coming to an end. Dodge recently confirmed the heartbreaking news that it will be discontinuing the Charger, as well as its brother, the Challenger, at the end of 2023. It's a narrative that mirrors the broader challenges facing the few remaining American muscle cars, battling against the tightening grip of emission control norms. Indeed, under the leadership of CEO Tim Kuniskis, Dodge has made the difficult decision to halt the production of these iconic vehicles as the automotive industry shifts gears towards cleaner, more efficient electric vehicles. Obviously, this transition marks the end of an era for the Charger and Challenger, at least for the foreseeable future, with production officially ceasing in December 2023. However, it's important to note that this decision has mainly trickled down from Stellantis, Dodge's parent company, which has made a very ambitious and very public commitment to help build a future dominated by electric propulsion, leaving the thunderous echoes of the Charger's engine, quite literally, in the dust. History of the Charger. Since its inception in 1966, the Dodge Charger has carved out a space in the hearts of car enthusiasts across the globe. But the Charger's appeal was never solely about its performance. It was about the experience, driving a piece of automotive history that combined daily drivability with the thrill of raw power. Thousands of Americans still remember driving their Charger to work in the morning and then taking it to the track on the weekends. But it didn't just perform, it looked the part. The Charger's design has always been aggressive and bold. Early iterations featured unique designs like hidden headlights, which helped capture the imagination of car lovers everywhere. The initial 1966 model was Dodge's ambitious response to the burgeoning demand for upscale performance cars. It was never conceived as an icon, but more accurately represents the company throwing things at the wall to see what sticks. Around the same time, the American Motors Corporation had introduced the Rambler Marlin, a similar breed of vehicle, but Dodge wanted the Charger to be different, so they made it bolder, brasher, and rougher around the edges. Where the Marlin was the sort of car you wanted to park in your garage, the Charger would be the kind you wanted to leave in the driveway to show off to the neighbors. As a result, the first-generation Charger featured a design that was both audacious and elegant, with a long nose and a short deck that immediately set it apart from its contemporaries. It was a car that demanded attention, equipped with a variety of V8 engines that promised not just style, but substantial power. Its design was a major departure from the typical muscle car aesthetic. Compared to the average vehicle at the time, it was like looking into the future, and that future was one where muscle cars ruled. In fact, as the muscle car era peaked, the Charger evolved, adapting to the tastes and demands of the times. The 1968 redesign marked a significant moment in the Charger's history, with production initially set for 35,000 units skyrocketing to over 96,000 due to overwhelming demand. This second generation, with its Coke bottle styling and the legendary 426 Hemi-R engine, became an automotive icon, further immortalized by its role in The Dukes of Hazzard. This proved pivotal for a number of reasons. Aside from Daisy, whose outfits purposely pushed the boundaries of what 1970s TV would allow, the car was the star of the show, something that had never been done before but has been copied repeatedly ever since. However, even in the early days, Changing regulations and market demands forced Dodge to make a lot of concessions regarding the Charger's design. By the 1980s, the car had re-emerged as a front-wheel drive hatchback, robbed of its iconic look in an effort to capitalize on popular 1980s aesthetics. This particular muscle car also tended to be lacking in the muscle department. And though a Shelby Charger was offered in 1983, with a turbo version that could put out 142 horsepower, dwindling sales couldn't make the car thrive in an era it simply wasn't meant for. It would be almost 30 years before the Charger would ride again. The new generation. The first Charger didn't roar back to life until 2006. That year, the Icon was reborn as a four-door sedan, marrying its muscle car heritage with the conveniences of modern design and technology. This reintroduction model was a clear nod to the past, but also had its wheels firmly planted in the present. At the time, Dodge received widespread praise for its deep understanding of the Charger's legacy and its place in the American automotive landscape. After the embarrassment of the 1980s models, the change in attitudes was very welcome. The 6th and 7th generations of the Charger brought with them not just an evolution in design, but a recommitment to the power and performance that had defined the Charger from its inception. These models, built on the Chrysler LX platform, offered drivers a blend of performance and practicality. It was a gamble at a time when gas prices were one of the major complaints of the day, but the sales numbers said otherwise. If anything, the Charger's revival was a testament to its enduring appeal, a bridge between several generations of car lovers. Just like in the 60s and 70s, these newer Chargers continued to push the boundaries of what a muscle car could be, incorporating advanced engines and transmissions that delivered both power and efficiency. In 2005, Dodge sold 44,000 of their new Chargers. This jumped to over 100,000 for both 2006 and 2007, and remained between 60 and 100,000 for the remainder of the car's available years. The Charger was undeniably back, to the tune of several $1 billion in profits a year, and the improvements continued. The 2011 model year brought a significant refresh that drew inspiration from the Charger's golden era, blending vintage aesthetics with contemporary performance. The 2023 Charger, powered by the behemoth 6.2-litre Hemi V8 engine, currently stands as a titan among muscle cars, boasting a staggering 807 brake horsepower. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds and has an insane top speed for a street car, 203 miles per hour. Unfortunately, we now know why the 2023 model is so intense. Dodge had always intended it to be the Charger's swan song, discontinuing an American icon. There's no denying that the winds of change are blowing through the automotive industry, and with them, they're bringing a new future built on electricity. The rise in the popularity of electric cars, coupled with an increasing network of EV charging stations, has accelerated the shift away from traditional internal combustion engine vehicles. Even major supercar companies like Ferrari, Lotus, and Lamborghini are making the switch, sometimes producing electric or hybrid models that can outperform their ICE counterparts. Of course, this shift is not just isolated to fast cars. It is a challenge facing the entire automotive world as it grapples with the urgent need for sustainability and environmental responsibility. For good or ill, Stellantis is steering Dodge toward a future where electric cars are at the forefront. In that way, the decision to discontinue the Charger and Challenger reflects a broader strategy to reduce the carbon footprint of its fleet and embrace the potential of electric propulsion. But perhaps the old adage is true: legends never really die. The uncertain future of the Charger. The announcement of the Charger Daytona SRT electric concept car in 2022 was a clear signal from Dodge. The future of muscle is electric. With its innovative Fratsonic chambered exhaust system, the Daytona SRT promises to deliver the visceral experience of muscle car performance in an electric package. Though it is still just a concept car, it could nonetheless be giving us a glimpse of one way in which the iconic Charger could live on. To Dodge, it showcases the potential for electric vehicles to carry the torch of automotive passion and performance into a new era. As the Charger embarks on this next phase of its journey, Enthusiasts and skeptics alike watch with bated breath. The promise of electric power, with its instant torque and unprecedented performance potential, offers a new canvas for the Charger's legacy to evolve. Yet, the question remains, can the electric Charger capture the spirit and thrill of its predecessors? Only time will tell. But if we've learned one thing from the high-performing electric supercars coming out of Europe, the roar of the engine may change, but the heart of the muscle can still beat on.